TIFU by playing music for a sex dungeon. I currently live in an apartment building in Seattle. Nearby my unit is a man named Frank and his girlfriend, who is quite vocal, thus why I know her boyfriend's name. Now Frank and his girlfriend have incredibly loud sex throughout the entirety of Friday and Saturday nights. Annoyed by all of the sound and trying to find a way to blot it out, I began a habit a few months ago of playing music, singing, playing guitar, whenever they would start doing the dirty over the course of the last couple months. As an added bonus, I could hear my neighbors yell sing throughout the night, so I assumed it was a helpful solution to an unfortunate circumstance borne by all of the neighbors. However, tonight, I noticed something kind of strange. They were having sex, per usual, and I began to play music to cover up the sound. I stopped to drink some water between songs, when some of my neighbors started yelling play. For some reason, though, I didn't do anything for a few seconds, and I heard the guy, Frank's, voice call out, "Keep playing or I'm not going to come through the walls." I listened a while longer to see if I was right, and they both kept moaning the same thing. It was at this point that I came to a terrible conclusion. In my attempts to cover up the sound of them having sex, I managed to pull some weird Pavlovian trick where whenever they had sex, I played guitar and sang. Thus, whenever I started to play guitar to cover up an original sound, it just added to their voyeuristic thrill and they started to depend upon it to finish. When I'd heard my presumed neighbors yell sing, it was actually Frank and his girlfriend. Unsure if I was right, I started playing another song and when I finished, they were going as hard as possible and moaning heavily, so I assumed correctly. My neighbors them get understandably angry and begin to have really rough revenge sex against my wall because they think that I've caused this problem, which I have. At this point, I'm listening to Frank and his girlfriend and the couple next to my wall, one couple horny and one full of revenge, and all of this was because I tried to save myself from listening to sex in the first place. TLDR, thought I was covering up sex sounds with music. Turns out I was serenading a couple while they fucked and keeping them horny all night. Neighbors had angry sex against my bedroom wall as revenge for disturbing their sleep by my musical facilitation. Do you hear any other sounds, like arguing or cooking? Masturbate to anything you can hear and throw it back at them. Keep watching Michael Bay films. I'm almost there. You should play the most ridiculous and childish song you know as an experiment. For example, you could sing the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song and see if they can come. Edit. So many baby shark comments. Now you need to mess with sudden tempo changes. Go from upbeat high energy to slow melancholy pieces and back just as they get back into their stride each time. I think this is the best one I've ever read. Your pain brings me great mirth. Sorry, mate.